I just realized that on the screen it was muted. I don't know which channel. Yeah, am I still muted? Hopefully not. Fingers crossed. Alright. Alright, cool. Alright, sweet. A little bit of an improvised setup. The delays yet. I think it's about, I know I get 40-second delay when I'm talking to someone who's streaming in the US. I'm assuming it's the same with England. All right, let's jump straight into it. I'll jump into the issues because I want to talk about wrapping up the 030 branch. So these, I'm gonna go back and place these as fixed, but I've started going through all of these. I've got down to the minor ones, with any other major one being versioned in for either the 031, because it seems to be like a really big task and I kind of want that sort of extra time spent on it, testing and so forth like that. Otherwise, I've got 3 more tasks on the 030 branch, so the 030-35 release, and then everything else is minor, and I'm kind of happy with moving those over into the 031. So that would mean we won't have the 036 release and so forth like that. Now, that bug you're having, I couldn't replicate it yesterday on my local, but I could on production. So I pushed some code and I noticed it's happening again. And it's saying it's loading chunk failed, which is a bit concerning considering it should have compiled all of that out, and I don't have that issue locally. Which means, yeah, something's gone wrong. So let's have a look at that, and I should. And hello, Pippin, how are you? Socks is here. She is just sitting. Socks, you want to come here? She's like, no, not really. Oh, here she is. She's like, no. All right, she'll get up on my shoulder now. So yeah, we'll fix that straight away. I feel like we could do another release tonight, just because that is a critical bug. I don't know what's wrong with my Kanban. I lost my list, not preloaded it, and I'll send you. Yeah. So we've got this, and it's not loading the chunk, but whenever I do it locally, it works perfectly fine. So I'm gonna figure out what's gone wrong. Oh, socks. You want to go over there? Do we have treats? Manila? Do we have cat treats? All right, I'll go get the cat treats. I'll be right back. We don't have treats, but we have lactose-free yogurt, which Socks loves. Oh, I'll get her a new bowl. socks. Here you go, socks. Right here. Here. Yeah, she does love her this yogurt. Yeah, for some strange reason. So I bought lactose-free yogurt for myself, and I'm having it on breakfast cereal, and she kept wanting to eat it. So we found out that way that she actually likes the lactose-free yogurt. What is that emoji? Oh, I love it. Lactose-free milk, yeah. And then they try and take it from your tea. I think we've given her some lactose-free milk, but she wasn't interested in it. All right. I should jump into it. All right, let's just, there we go. See my sweaty face because we've been running around. It is warmish in here, not too bad. All right, let's find out what's going wrong here. This object, you are not authorized to view this object. This object does not exist. Okay, so we want 6819. So I want to go into the NearBeach. It should be on the main branch. We did a pull last night, NearBeach, static NearBeach. And then the easy way to do this is just to copy this number and paste it in, and it doesn't exist. Okay, something's wrong has happened. Oops, wrong way. I want to have a look at the source, so PyCharm. Okay. Minimize everything, open up NearBeach. We want to actually pull the code. No, this should be the latest code on here. We want to open up NearBeach, open up the static files, and then have a look. 6819. Just note that. Nope, I just lost touchpad then. 6819. All right, I think I know what's happened. It hasn't pushed those files. Okay, give me a couple of seconds. Let's jump into the secret screen display. What I'm going to do is, I think I can actually fix this. I'm just logging in. I need our two-factor. Now I've got to find it in the two-factor. Oh God. All right. Then I need to go to R2. All right, and I'm pretty sure I can, just give me 2 seconds, that's famous last words. Pretty sure I can share this from now on. Okay, laptop screen display. All right, cool. So, here we are. This is the CDN. We have got quite a lot of folders in here, each one associated to a version number. So we've got 0.34. We've got NearBeach. So we've got to actually upload the file in here. So what I can actually do is, let's go files, let's go Luke, let's go sites, let's go NearBeach. I need NearBeach. And then I need the static files, the NearBeach. And it's saying it's missing one of these. I'm just gonna select all of them and go do up to there, and I'll go open. And that should upload all of them. It's only 55 files. That should get those yellow ones, which I think are not added to Git. And then we need some more down here, the source components and the vendor nodes. All right, and I think we can... Okay, all files uploaded. We'll just go close. We'll go upload again. We'll click on this. We'll go files. So we've just done the numbers. And then what I'll do is all of that. I think that won't work because, yeah, we've got... Yeah, all right. I'll go up to that one. I think it ignores the folders. Yeah, some cats don't love milk, latte loves it. Oh, fair enough. Yeah. Oh, that's kind of cool. Yes, we are in summer, but it's not too bad here. We haven't been having really hot weather. It's been nice. Today was 28. Tomorrow will be 28. Then like you've got the 23s and mid 20s again. So yeah, it's been nice, but it hasn't been overly hot yet. All right, so I'm just going to do the vendors, and then I'm going to go all the way down to the NearBeach stuff, and then go open. Oh, that's more than 100 files. That to there. It's 50 files. All right. So I think I know what the problem is with this. Got the hiccup, sorry. Close. Let's upload some more. So we've done all the vendors, and now we do all the source up to NearBeach. Ah. All right, that's 70 files. I think I think we should be fine with the rest. Yeah. So yeah, it's part of the source and so forth like that. And the problem was I should have forced these to upload. We've got to git ignore in some of the code. I don't think that's working how we want it to. I think we've got to remove it and essentially just every time we push, we just got to be careful when we push our code. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to remove that. And things should start to be working again very shortly. So if we hit refresh, now we get this information, which we know why we're getting it, but it should fill it out anyway because it runs it again after a little while. Currently loading data new, or all right, we can fix that tonight. That's a weird bug. All right, no, it's finished. It's, there we go. Okay, Pitvin, I'm assuming you're using the same CDN? What version are you guys still on? Because I can revert my code locally back to the proper version and set those files up and re-upload those ones if needed. Otherwise, alternatively, you guys can upgrade and get these. So, whoops. That's done, that's done, that's done. Okay, so we just talked about this. So we're getting ready to do the 0.31 release. So essentially we've got 3 bugs that we just want to finish off and get out. First off, sorry, I've just got to do some, I didn't do this last night. Just taking some of these. All right, cool. We want to get rid of 37. We want to get rid of the 36 and the 34. Yep, and then ready for testing, this should have nothing in it. My current issue should have all those issues in it. The vast majority being minor issues. Unassigned issues. Ow. Okay. I should only have 3 issues in it at the moment, and then we've got 0.30, 35. Got this. Okay, cool. So, which one do we want to do first? Cannot edit, delete, note, assignment objects. We can have a look at this one. So the thing is, we haven't got the ability to edit notes or anything like that, and we want to implement that functionality. All right, so I can close this now. I can close this knowing this is now working. And what I can do is npm run watch. Close all of these. And let's open up the notes. Oops. haven't started localhost. All right. Let's go source JavaScript. Let's scroll down. We want components. We want modules. We want submodules, and we want notes module. So here's our notes module. Now we've got the new note wizard, which is a part of the wizard. There you go. So new history note. That's a simple modal. Everything just works. Yeah, cool. Just a simple one. We'll probably end up copying this. We do have a couple of changes in the modal itself. So if we actually go over, let's go to requirements. Don't have access. What user am I logged in as? All right, let's log in as dark admin. Save. All right. So requirement, let's scroll down. We want to go and click on our notes. We want to add note to requirement. This is a simple note, smiley face. I don't think I've got any images of socks or anything like that, no. So what you can see is it's very simple. Use the text editor to type out the node, click submit button to submit note. Pretty stock standard, simple stuff. What we actually want to do is when you're editing the node, it states we want more information, and we've just got to think what information we kind of want there. So at the moment, we've got the profile, we've got this, and the date and time. The one main difference I would want is we'll have edit note. We'll have the note filled out and all that kind of stuff. We'll also have the date of the note when it was created. So it'll essentially be like this. Yeah, it'll be like this. And then we'll have a can't close. Yeah. Are you off to bed? Oh. Hmm? No. You can lie on the couch. Okay. All right, so the other thing is we want like an edit and delete over here. So that's another thing we want. All right. Let's jump into it. I'm thinking whether or not we could hijack this. I don't think we can hijack this. So what we want to do is when someone clicks edit note, all right. So I'm just gonna draw this out. I don't have my little tablet here today, so this is the best I can do. So what we've got is we've got the note component, the note list component. And then underneath that is we've got the new note component. What we would want to do is we want to actually have an edit note component. And then when someone clicks edit up here, do this in a different color. So if someone clicks edit note up here, what it'll do is it'll pass down the required data down into here. So what we need is the note ID, and the note itself. Then when someone edits something, what actually happens is they'll submit it, that gets submitted to the backend, that will also update this. So we'll need an update note up here, which will contain the ID and the new note. I think that's going to be the easiest way to do it. I don't think we need VueJS in this sort of case because we're only dealing with one component of separation. If we were dealing with multiple components, then yeah, definitely. Oops. Like the Kanban board with the cards, we use VueJS there because we're dealing with multiple levels of separation. We don't want to have something go all the way up and then do something up here. We want it to go straight to the VueJS, have the VueJS do everything and pass the information down. All right, so what we could do is we could copy this. We can actually paste it in and call it edit history note wizard. We do add that in. All right, pretty much the error modal mix in, that's going. Icon we're keeping, the editor we're keeping, the map getters we're keeping. We need to change the name to edit history note wizard. We need some props. I don't know why we got destination. I don't know why we got location ID here. When that should be gathered. It can be gathered from the VueJS. I just don't know why we've done it that way. I think it's one of those things where I've just missed it. Or, no, now that I say it, no, it's purposely done like that because you can edit notes on Kanban. You can have notes on Kanban cards. Can you? Let's just double check that. Yeah, you can have notes here. That's why it's done like that. I will need to do something about editing on this. Yeah. Oh, sorry. I will have to come back to this one. All right. So what we need to do, icon mix in, yep, that we're fine with that. So we'll have the destination, we'll have the location ID, but we'll have also the note description. This will be type of string. Default is going to be nothing. That's fine. Now we'll need a local version and stuff like that. So I think that's good. We've got this. We need a watch. And what we need to do is we need to add a watch to the new note. Sorry, the note description. I think it's new value that goes in there. It doesn't matter. We have this dot note model equals this dot note description. I'm screwing up here. Yep. All right, sweet. This will just change to note model. That's just going to be nothing. That's fine. Yeah, I think I screwed up with this. Let's grab this as an example. We can, all right. So what we want is note description. Update local note model. All right. Now that's complaining. Oh no. Unused function. All right, we'll figure this out in a minute. So note description comes in. All right, now this should be update note. And this will be different. Okay. Another thing which I probably don't need those, because we just need the note ID. So this will be type number. This will be a default of 0. All right, let's fix everything up from the top now. So what we want is we want edit history note. Edit note. Text instructions, use the text editor to type out your note. Yeah, all right, cool. Let's actually use the text editor to edit your note. Click on the submit button to submit the changes. All right, so we've got our editor. We've got the usual sort of stuff in there, content. All right, this one is now just going to be note model. Like so. This one is just going to be so by technicality that's meant to be triple equals and all that kind of stuff, but we'll be fine. This will be update note, which we'll add in a minute. Actually, instead of submit note, it should be update note. All right. So now our methods will have update note down here. That will be just a simple function. So what we need to do is don't really have any validation for the note whatsoever. But we need data. So set up data to send. So const data to send equals new form data. Data to send dot set. What we want to set is the note ID being the this dot note ID. Data to send dot set note description. This dot note model. Now I'm assuming it's called note description. We're just going to have a look at this. So we've got destination location note. It's just note. So we just type in note. Argument type number is not assignable to a parameter string. We need to pass string. There you go, just cheating. It's my usual cheating method. All right, so what we need to do is we need to tell the user that we're updating this note. So this $store.dispatch. We're dispatching a new toast. And we're using header is going to be updating note. Message, please wait, updating your note. And then what we have here is extra classes being background warning. And then we want the delay to be 0. And unique type is going to be save note. And then we're just going to yank those 7 lines. Then what we're going to do is we're going to go this.axios.post. And then we've got our URL, which will be the root, this.root URL. And then this is where we decide what we're going to do. So if we go and open up our URLs, and search for note, we've got note list and we've got add note. So we've got object data, destination location, and then add notes. Now in this sort of case, we don't really have, it's one of those things where if we're doing CRUD for notes, I believe we should be pulling this out of here. And I think we should be adding it outside of object data. So that won't be hard to do. Essentially, all we need to look for is the add notes and then update that URL where needed. Instead of having object data, it would be note data. You can still have the destination, you can still have the location and add notes. So yeah, I think we'll need to do that. So first things first, let's add in a new Python file and we're going to call it note views.py. Yay. All right, from Django dot import HTTP response and HTTP bad response bad request. And then what we need def is we need so we have edit note. And then we just have a simple request. We won't put that in at the moment. We will later. But first we need to check the form. And this is where we need to start with the form. So going back down here, go to our forms. We need to go in alphabetical order. Oh, that's a custom field. All right, we need to edit. Oh, sorry. So what we need is class, edit, note form, forms.model form. All right, so class, meta. We need model equals notes. Ooh, what are we calling our notes? Okay, just opening up this. We need object note. All right. Sorry, it's been such a long time. This is a 3, 4, 8. All right. So the model will be object notes. I don't know why that is on a lightning bolt, but so the fields will equal, and I think it's note ID, object note ID and object note. All right, and that's all we need. And then we've got 2 lines there, and then going back here, what we need to do is from NearBeach.forms import edit note form, and then we go form equals edit note form, and then we just pass through the request.post. If not form dot is valid. Return HTTP bad request, and then we just put in the form dot errors, and we're happy. Okay. In the meantime, let's just go return HTTP response, empty response. We don't need to return anything back. We just need to return back our hey, we're done. All right, so our next thing we need to do is save that data. And I think we can just go save the form data because we got the ID and we got the content, which should make this easy. This thing socks just looking really super cute right now. Just say, all right. This is socks at the moment. And hey, Sandy Lee, how are you? Sorry, I've just gotten your messages. I'm terribly sorry. My iPad wasn't updating the messages. I am going to close that and reopen that. That is weird how that didn't do that. Stream Manager. Let's see how many, oh, and sorry, Pip and Knock. Sorry, I didn't see you guys chatting. My last message is, oh yes, you are in the height of summer. I am terribly sorry. I am just going to... be very disappointed at why that wasn't updating. Okay, I'm just up. I'm just restarted the app. I am terribly sorry. All right. Not re-implemented the old on, not the newest. Where do I, let's see the version? The version's at the bottom. So you're 3032. All right, that's the version. Okay, cool. I am terribly sorry about that. I wasn't ignoring you. My iPad just wasn't updating the stream. Okay, let's go live. Stream Manager. I'm at my partner's place, yes. So, yeah. Sorry about that. That's 7040. Oof. I am so sorry. Yeah, I don't have my usual setup. Okay. I think we can just go form save. But we want to save up other particular fields also. Yeah, we want to get other, sorry, update note equals object note. Now I'm really paranoid. Oh, wait. Yeah, I'm so sorry. It's just... I should have noticed sooner when the Nightbot wasn't popping up. Alright, object note. Objects. Now, before we continue, what we need is from NearBeach.models import object note. All right, we want to go to line 12. objects.get, we want the primary key to equal the form.cleaned data, and then we want the object node ID. All right, and we're happy with that. Then that should be get update, get object note. Update object note. So update object note equals object dot, and this is where we go. The object note equals the form.clean data object note. I think, we'll do that. All right, update object note dot change user equals request dot user. I think. Let's have a look. Change user equals request.user. All right. So why we're doing that is, it should be the change user has been updated and all that kind of stuff. The update object dot note dot update change date. No, we don't have any of that. Update object note dot save. And that's it. And now that I'm thinking about it, the change user is not going to change whatsoever. Form.save should be it. Now this wants 2 lines above that. Just double checking no one else is talking. All right. Yeah, that was annoying, and I'm terribly sorry about that. Okay. So now we've just got to get the URL. So I'm going to go URLs. It's going to be after this. This is going to be note update. And then what we want to include is note views dot update note. Name equals update note. Okay, we don't have note views in here just yet, so we'll add them in very, very quickly. Now, instead of edit note, it should be update note, because that's what we're doing. All right, so that should be done. Everything should be running. Okay. I'm just putting a note up here. Prod, create, move into here. Read, move into here, because we've already created them. Update, done, delete, need to do. All right, so what we want to do is we've got def, delete, note, simple request, what we have is we have check the form. We have a form equals delete note form, and that's just going to be request post. And then if not form.is valid, return HTTP request bad form dot errors. Otherwise, we're going to get the object note, which we'll have to do right now. But first, let's find the deletes in here. Delete column, delete level, delete bug, delete link, delete tag, goes before that. Delete note form, forms.model form. It's essentially class meta. We've got model equals object note. We've got the fields equals, and then it's going to be object note ID, and that's it. That's all we need. So up here, we need to have the delete note form. All right, once it gets the object, so delete object note equals object note dot objects dot get. Actually, no, we do this all in one hit. Delete all the objects with the ID. So this will be object note dot objects dot filter. What we want is we want the object note ID equal to the form dot end data, and then we have object note ID. And then down here is we have a dot update is deleted equals true. And then return HTTP response, nothing. It just deletes it. And we're happy with it. That's the delete. Okay. Now I'm just doing one little, and hey Jay, how are you? I am terribly sorry, but my iPad's not picking up the bloody the chat. So I've had a couple of people say something and I haven't actually realized, and I'm terribly sorry if you had written something a while ago. What I'm trying to do is it is working on Stream Parrot. But it isn't. Oh, this is weird. It's not working on the stream itself. How? Oh, I'm so sorry, man. I do hope your cat will come back. That is, yeah, no, it's horrible when they do that. I'm hoping your cat's safe. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah. I am glad mine don't. But I used to have Toby Tripod used to always run off every now and then, and that used to scare the hell out of me. Alright, give me a couple of seconds. I'm gonna see if it's the most skittish of the two. Oh no. Hopefully they're just hiding and they'll come back at night. So fingers crossed. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. That is not fun. Alright. So we've done that. We need to just move in the create now. So I've got to check the chat like this at the moment. Okay. So I'm just thinking whether or not to leave this for the moment and actually do it with the 031. And I think that's the better solution. Yeah, I think leave it for the moment, do it for the 031. We can put a feature request through. So just making sure that I'm just doing a test with the chat. All right, so the chat does come through on the Firefox. Alright, this will be part of MISC. Implement status object edit. Yep. That will definitely be 031 too. What we want to do is move the notes code from object into note views. All right, currently we have the CRUD set up like as follows. CRUD. We've got the create under the object data views. We got the read object data views. We got the update under notes views, and we've got the delete under notes views. We need to consolidate all of this under the notes views. All right, that's going to be normal. We're gonna move that there. So yeah. All right, let's see if, okay. Okay. So we've done the delete, we've done the edit. Now we've just got to do the front end stuff. So we've got the edit history notes. Got all of this. So the store root URL, this will be note update. And then data to send, and then we've got it out then. I don't think we need a response. Yeah, I don't think we need a response. Yeah, we don't. But what we do need is we need to tell the user that, hey, this worked. And then we've got a catch. We definitely need an error for that. And then what we need to do, new toes, updated note. So updated note, the note updated successfully. All right, this will be BG success. There won't be a delay with this one, failed updated note. And then failed to update note. pass through the error, we need danger, and that's fine. All right, cool. And that should be it for this. Just double checking that. Yep. All right. So, what we want to do is under here, so we want another div. Like so. We also want to delete note 1, 2. Oh, which we'll get to. I don't know how long I've been running for. An hour and 10. All right, it feels a lot longer than that. Oh, what's the time? It's 8:30 almost. Yeah, I did start late today. All right, so we want an edit note, and that is going to open up the note history. So we need to do that at the edit note section. So we've got the new note history here. What we need is the edit history note wizard, where we vbind the note ID equals edit note ID. We'll do that one very soon. We've got the note description as in the edit note description. And then what we also need is v on update note history. Oh. The update note history results. Now that actually, we could potentially use the same thing. But that pushes in data. Yeah. So what we want is edit note history results. In reality, this one should be add note history results, and I feel like that needs to be changed to reflect that. So we should do that. Yeah, we should do that. Edit, in the sense, let's just keep this like this for the moment. All right, so that's not going to work at all at the moment. So let's go down into our data, and what we have is edit note ID, that's just going to be a 0. Edit note description, that's going to be nothing. That is fine, that's all we need at the moment. Then what we need is down here, edit note history results, like so. And then what will actually happen just wondering how we get the ID and stuff like that. Just wondering the best sort of method. What we've got, const ID equals, this will be data.id, const note description, data.note description. Those are just shorthand at the moment. This dot note history results, which is up here, equals this dot note history results dot filter. If this would be row, and this is where I just need to look up the VueJS type of stuff. So under the parents module config, we've got the notes module. Let's make sure no one else is chatting. I'm sorry if you are chatting and I'm not replying. This is all I got at the moment. On my iPad, it was all the way up here. So yeah, I am sorry. I don't know what's gone wrong. I just have no faith in it right now. So yeah, I'm sorry if you're chatting and I'm not replying. So we've got note object ID. So note object ID equals, and in this sort of case, what we should have, data.note object ID. We should keep these the same. And they should be like that. And we've got to pass int like so. Then we've got to do this, and then we've got to return. Then we've got to return all those values and stuff like that. That doesn't work. All right. JavaScript array of objects, find object index. Okay, how do I get the index of the object by the property in that? All right, so we've got ID list 1, ID list 2. All right. And now I want to know the object with the property with the index. Since the sort part is already answered, I'm just going to propose another elegant way to get the index of a property in your array. For example, let's say data ID nest John token var data map function return ename.index of Nick. All right. All right, so got this little bit of code. Var index equals this dot note history results dot map. We'll map the E where we return the E dot. Actually, I don't like E. I've got to use row because that makes more sense. Row dot, that will be the object note ID all right, dot index of, and this is where we go data dot object note ID. That should do it. Then we need to go this dot note history results index dot object note equals data dot object note. So to write this in, get the index of the note with the value of with the ID. Unresolved variable, I don't care. That's what I think it is. Yeah, object note ID. Object note ID, yeah. So that will get the index, and then all of a sudden we get this data. Now, I don't know if this chat is working at all. All right, it says it is. That should be us editing that. Now, just fixing this up. Now with the list nodes, ooh, I might have put this in the wrong area. All right, let's go into list nodes. There is a loop. We can put it down here. I feel like everything I've just done under the notes module, I need to actually move down into here. Not too much of a problem. Does kind of break what we were saying before, where we thought it was just one module and stuff like that, which if this is actually two modules, it's going to be a pain. One of those things where you're like, it might actually be best to put this in the Vuex. But it's not the best thing to do tonight. So I'm just trying to think if the idea is, if I have a general rule, and that general rule is, if you've got one component and you've got another component, passing things down and passing things up, that is a-okay, hunky-dory. However, if we've got a component, a child component, and then another component where I am moving stuff down, then back up, that is not okay. That That's sad. So in those sort of cases where we've got something like that, what we would do is let's actually draw these nicely. So we've got our one component, we've got our other component, and we've got our other component. And then somewhere over here is our Vuex. And what we do is we send stuff into Vuex, and then we can do this. And then everyone's happy and sun shines. That's the sun. And it's shining. All right. And the thing is, I could set this up tonight, or I can push back on this. And I think I'm going to push back on this, just because I want to do it properly. What I then need to do is I need to go back to the drawing board, sit down and be like, all right, I've got multiple components. I need to create a Vuex component for this. I need to move everything into there. I then need to sort of do this, do that. It's going to be problematic. But some of the code I did tonight, I do kind of want to keep. But at the same time, we haven't changed a lot. Yeah, all right. Where's our terminal? Git checkout. NearBeach static. Git status. Remove NearBeach static. Sorry, should have done a recursive. Git checkout. NearBeach static. We have created quite a lot for this, and I just don't want to. Yeah, all right, I'm gonna do something naughty. Git add, git ignore, git commit, remove static file from git ignore, causing issues with deployment. All right, git push. Gotta wait for that to push. Git add everything else, git commit. Initial setup of editing notes. Not properly implemented yet, as we have to create a UX component to help with the data. All right, cool. Yeah, so I've pushed the code. What we're going to do is we're going to move on to something else. I'm going to write a note in the bug report itself. So in here, I'm going to write, and I keep pushing this one back. Due to having multiple layers of components, it is advised to move this data away from the component and into a Vuex. And the best thing is we can actually do all the actions and stuff up in the Vuex. So if we're going to add in something new, we can be like, all right, cool. The Vuex will handle that. So when we hit the save with the data, we just submit it to the Vuex. It will handle all that logic. When we edit something quick, it'll do the same thing too. The best thing about that is we can then we should be able to port this over into the Kanban card. needs to be researched around the Kanban card. Recommend moving this to 0.31.0. So that's what we're going to do tonight. We're moving that on. But that's fine. All right, so we've got validation issues. So if we close this, let's go here, go new object, new request for change, realize it's crashed, npm run watch, figure out why it's crashed. Stop it. Debug mode. Everything's running. All right, straight off the bat, we can see these are working fine. And if we go next, it's like, ha, 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 oh. So what we're gonna do is we key them in, we'll go next. Now, we realize some of this isn't showing any validation at all. So when we hit next, we're like, all right, cool. This one needs to be validated. But what else? And that's where the problem is. So we gotta validate this. So yeah. Anyway, give me a couple of seconds. I am still hungry. I am gonna grab a muffin. And I gotta turn on the lights. Because I think the sun's setting. Yeah, the sun's setting. All right. So, request change type. Don't remember if it's the version number or anything like that. So we've got to go into here. So if we go over here, let's close all this. Let's minimize all this. Let's just request for change, new request for change. So we're on the detail one, so RFC detail. So we've got to put this in for each of them. Validation rendering with RFC version model errors. Let's just go down to the validation stage. So, group model required. RFC change lead required. Change lead doesn't have anything in there. So, let's also see the max length. Okay, cool. So if I all right, that reaches 25. Okay, so we're happy about that. But the change lead. All right, that's not. All right, that's one of our issues. So what we want to do is we want to grab these 3 lines. We want to paste them in. So validation rendering. This is on RFC. Change lead model. Sorry. Okay. We'll hit refresh. Still not showing anything. Gonna hit refresh again. That's weird. There we go. Value is required. And then we'll go to the next one, and we're all happy with that. And that one is showing correctly. Go to the next one. Implementation plan is not. Oh wait, there we go. Backout plan is not. All right. Drop the muffins everywhere. Implementation plan has the correct thing in it. Yep, cool. Backout plan. Yep, cool. So I'm just gonna close all tabs. I'm going to fix up that last issue, new request for change. And go to that implementation. We should be doing a validation check up here. All right. Check validation. And the idea is we've got all of these bits of data in here. We've got to figure out a smart method of how to do that. So if I copy this, let's go var a equals paste. And delete all of that. Go to the end. So we should have an A with an object and so forth like that. A dot filter where the row console log row. Alright, it's yeah, shoot. Alright. JavaScript loop through object keys. Yeah, alright. We can do this. For let key in your object. For iterating over keys of array strings or objects, use for in. Alright. For let B in A. And then console log B. Alright, this is looking good. And then what we want is A, B. Alright. Okay, so got an idea. Let validation is true. Equals true. Then for let tab in this dot it was validated tabs. What was it? Validation data. And then what we have, if there are any false, then the validation is true will be false. So validation is true equals validation is true, and the this dot validation data tab. I don't know why that's complaining. Yeah, all right, cool. And then what we need if validation is equals false, then return. Actually, what we need to do is we need to do more than that. This .dispatch, this $store.dispatch, new toast. We need a header. Please validate. Missing. We actually had another one in here which would have been better to use. What we do, copy, new line, paste. All right, cool, done. Oh, and we just need to return because we don't want it to continue. I think that's an elegant way of doing that. It's just simple, it's easy. We don't have, this is just checking. Yeah. So if we hit refresh, it just highlights what fields needs to happen. These, we can make it pop up, but it's just one field. If people click on that, they're like, oh, okay, I've got to fill out that one field there. I think that's fine. This one, there was an error. It shouldn't have gotten to that. So I'm just going to hit reload again, just in case it didn't actually compile all the data in time and all that kind of fun stuff. It happens all the time. All right. Test plan. Sorry, we're being told that some of the data is not passing validation. Please check. Yep, cool. Sweet. So I'm going to say that is fixed. So what I'm going to do, go over here, go git status, git add, everything under source, git commit bug fix. And how long have I been streaming for? Yeah, all right. Oh, sorry, Jay. Much happiness, your good vibes. Brought my cat home. Oh, great. That's awesome news. Sorry, chat has, I don't know when that message came through, but that is awesome news. I am glad to hear. I'm assuming you are giving your cat lots of love at the moment, so that is awesome. So yeah, do give them a cuddle for me. Okay, let's go in here. New requirement item, not sending new images to backend. I'm gonna have to think about this particular one. I'm probably gonna call it here tonight. Just because deal. I've had a couple of issues. So yeah, we got at least one bug done. Now what's today? Monday. So if I've got time tomorrow, I'll hopefully push that bug through, and I'll actually I'll push this one through, and then that will be the last bug, unless there's any critical ones for this particular release. And then we start working on 0.31, which will be great because we need to. We're going to be implementing sprints and all that kind of stuff. So yeah. Let's find someone to raid. Let's write keybind. And now I've got to figure out how to do it over here.